Homage to my Guru, protector of Jewry, who holds to his heart the scriptural text and knowledge of his seeing all things as they are. Wisdom shines forth like the sun, unclouded by the two obscurations, who teaches in 60 ways, with the loving compassion of a parent for her only child. All wanderers caught in the prison of samsara, confused in the darkness of their ignorance, overwhelmed by suffering, you whose dragon thunder like proclamation of Dharma rouses us from the stupor of our afflictions and frees us from the iron chains of our karma, who wields the sword of wisdom, hewing down suffering when its sprouts appear, clearing the darkness of ignorance. You whose princely body is adorned with 112 marks of a Buddha, you completed the stages achieving the highest perfection of a bodhisattva who has been pure from the beginning. I bow down to you, O Manjushri. Om Mara. Om Mara Sanati. Of your wisdom, O compassion the Dharma. I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by listening to the Dharma, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by listening to the Dharma, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings.
Okay. Do you remember the page number? Yes, the second heading. Okay. Anyway, good morning. Actually, so today we are going to discuss beginning with heading reads, it is contradictory to loathe future suffering, but retaliate against harm. Okay. So before starting to work on this, okay, it's good to have some sense that this section, okay, this section has derived from a particular division, which reads, I think, how to cultivate other types of forbearance. Okay, how to cultivate other types of forbearance. This other types, or when we say other types, so in Tibetan, in Tsongkhap's on word, it reads as that means how to cultivate other types of forbearance. Okay. In this case, other types of forbearance means just before that, okay, we covered the perfection of forbearance. How Bodhisattvas who are on the third ground excel in the perfection of forbearance. Okay. Now after that, this heading comes. Okay, how to cultivate other types of forbearance. This means okay, how to cultivate forbearance, which can be practiced. Okay, right from right before, okay, actually can be cultivated or practiced even before, okay, even before having actualized any, any type of bodhisattva's path. Okay, and not only that, but also the cultivation of forbearance, which can be, or which should be, and must be practiced by bodhisattvas who are on the level of accumulation and as well as preparation. Okay, path. So all these are all the practice of forbearance that should be and that must be practiced by all these different categories of aspirants are, how to say, actually being shown here. Okay, so therefore, okay, so this is one heading derived from that. So we need to remember that the source. Okay, so we are still working on the on this, which is as part of that section. As part of that section means the practice of forbearance, which should be and must be practiced even by ourselves. Okay, and even by bodhisattvas who are on the first and second level of ordinary realizations. Okay. So the heading is contradictory to loathe future suffering, but retaliate against harm. Okay. So this is a summary of the verse, the root verse reading. He who speaks of exhausting the fruits of non-virtuous actions performed in the past, how can he bear to plant the seeds of future pain by inflicting harm on others and being angry at them? Okay. So this is okay. For instance, there now, okay. If I retaliate, if I avenge the perpetrators, okay, by inflicting on them, okay, in return, that wouldn't, solve my, the problems that or injuries that had already been inflicted, or how to say, and that had, already, conducted or committed, okay, by your own enemy, okay. But there's one other reason we might think, okay, to respond with anger, okay, towards the perpetrator, okay, because if I, how to say, generate anger and thereby, do some kind of, retaliatory activities against the perpetrator, then there will not, the harm, okay, the future harm would be reduced. Future harm towards oneself will be reduced, and that could, we might think that, okay. So that is also wrong here, saying, okay. See, okay. Here, okay. See, I would read Tsongkhapa's explanation here. While enduring miseries that are the fruits of his past misdeeds, but being ignorant of this, he who harbors the thought, others have harmed me, will feel anger toward the perpetrators of harm. By retaliating in return for injury, he actually obstructs what he himself wants, to no longer experience the sufferings caused by the harms. Okay, so, see, even though, okay, this is, kind of, even though, okay, what what all have been, okay, inflicted upon oneself could not be reversed, okay. But I could, how to say, reduce or alleviate, at least alleviate the possibilities of the future sufferings, okay, or future harm, okay. If I, how to say, engage in some kind of, retaliatory action against that perpetrator, okay, that might think, okay. So, so that is also, very, that notion or that thinking is also very, is not helpful, and also it is not realistic, not only realistic, it is also not helpful, okay, because if you retaliate in return, okay, for injury, okay, it would, your that retaliatory actions would obstruct, okay, what you want to, okay, obstruct, I think, what you want, to no longer experience the sufferings, okay. Okay. No, okay, huh? That would obstruct, okay. What you want to, okay, experience, okay. And also, okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, I think. And also it would bring about future pain that is much graver, I think, than the harm that you are enduring, okay. So this is basically being said here, okay. So, okay, I think, now, when the while enduring miseries that are the fruits of his past misdeeds, but being ignorant of this implies that due to, ignorance about causality, causality, I think, in the context of karma and its fruitions and its concordant results, we tend to create non-virtuous activities such as avenges, okay. So in that way, you may harbor the thought that others have harmed me, okay. Okay, so based on this, based on, first, the ignorance about cause and effects, and then based on that, you may generate some kind of thought that others have harmed me, okay. So combination of these two factors, okay. You would be, how to say, you would be, okay. You would, I think, okay, based on this combination of factors, mental factors, okay, you would create some sort of feeling of anger, okay, toward the perpetrators of harm, okay. So, so basically all non-virtuous activities are, how to say, inspired or motivated by ignorance of causality. So here also Tsongkhapa was, also, pointing out this, this mechanism. Okay. So by retaliating, by retaliating in return for injury, he actually obstructs what he himself wants. Okay, that is to no longer experience. Okay, the sufferings. Okay, caused by the harms. Okay. Okay, so this is presented in the following. Okay. Okay, so he's here. Okay, no longer experience the sufferings caused by the harms. Okay, the caused by the harms. Okay, the caused by the harms. How much you suffer. Okay, how much you endure the sufferings caused by the harms done by others. Totally. Okay, determined by your own, how to say, your own way of dealing with it. Okay, so again here saying no longer experience the suffering caused by the harms. If you retaliate, okay, against the perpetrator, okay, then the caused by that harms, the sufferings, okay, the sufferings caused by that very harms would expand, okay, would expand exponentially, expand, okay, tremendously expand, okay. So therefore, okay, so this is presented in the following, okay. Okay, I think this would be okay. Actually, also what he himself wants to no longer experience the sufferings caused by the harms. Okay, okay. This is presented in the following. Okay. Okay. He who speaks of, I think I have already reading this. Okay. Read this. Now, with respect to those great sufferings inflicted by one's enemies and so on that injure one's body, for someone who speaks of his wish to exhaust the fruits of non-virtuous actions performed in the past, such as taking a life, the consequences of which are the severe provisional effects of the three lower realms, as well as encountering all the undesirable, causally concordant effects. How can he, such a person, bear once again to plant the seeds of future pain? How can he, by inflicting harm on others, in retaliation and by being angry at them, with anger churning from his depths, lead himself to misery that is greater even than what he currently experiences? Okay. This would be illogical. Therefore, just as one endures pain inflicted by a physician, such as with a sharp needle, to help cure an illness, likewise, to avert limitless future sufferings, it is most appropriate to a forbearance toward immediate minor suffering. Okay. So, okay, now, okay, So therefore, okay, I think it's, even though the immediate sort of, outside conditions are played, are conducted by someone else, but the main course or principal course, which is the karma, okay, which is some sort of karma accumulated in the past by oneself, okay. So therefore, so for instance, maybe some kind of the karma taking a life, okay. For instance, the non-virtuous actions performed in the past, such as taking a life in the past. So as a consequence of that non-virtuous activities, okay, those non-virtuous activities the fruitional effects of three lower realms had already, okay, experienced in any kind of three lower realms. And then there is some, I would say, residue of the result in terms of undesirable, causally concordant effects, such as harm inflicted upon oneself. Okay. So therefore, once you enter this would exhaust. This would exhaust. Okay. The result of negative non-virtuous, the result of non-virtuous activities accumulated in the past. Okay, so therefore, in a way, okay, it is a process in diminishing one's own suffering. Okay. Because once you enter this, momentarily it would diminish. Okay. Okay. So it's okay. Yeah. Okay. So therefore, experiencing any kind of harm inflicted upon oneself by others is a cause of seizing the fruit of negative non-virtuous activities committed in the past. Okay. So therefore, it is actually a cause. A cause, I think, for reducing one's own suffering. Okay. 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 So therefore, it is unwise to retaliate instead of enduring and instead of enduring, not only having kind of patience, okay, for it, okay, having patience for it, to retaliate against it is a wrong method for oneself, okay, because it would again create very powerful non-virtuous activities, okay, and then this would in turn plunge, I think, propel oneself into lower realms, even hell realms, okay. So that sort of consequence would be much graver, okay, much more serious compared to some sort of harm inflicted on this, on this very psychophysical aggregates, okay. 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 Okay, now, okay. So, but it doesn't mean that you need to, how to say, let others inflict upon you, okay. It doesn't mean, okay. If there's a case, if you encounter a situation where there's no any escape for you, okay, or there's no any way that you can avoid such physical or verbal or verbal or physical harm done by others, that would be done by others, okay, then these could be, these could be the best remedies or best, I think, best way of dealing, I think. Okay, so thinking that, okay, some kind of, this physical pain, even, if you are even if you were being killed, okay, that is the severest, the most serious, okay, occurrence, okay. So there's no any escape, okay. You cannot do anything to avoid being killed, okay. Then in that situation, that is the most serious situation. In that case, you can also reflect on, in that case, you can, this, way of dealing is also very, very helpful and also realistic, and not only realistic, but also in terms of the purpose and goal, very, very profitable and valuable. Okay, So, okay, Okay, now I think should be clear, okay. Then, to our limitless future, it is most appropriate to have forbearance toward immediate minor sufferings, okay. Immediate minor suffering, okay. Okay. Forbearance toward immediate minor suffering, okay. It does not mean that you need to create some kind of environment for others to inflict upon you, okay. It doesn't mean, okay. So now it is inappropriate to become angry because it destroys virtues accumulated in the past over a long period, okay. Now it's one heading. 간식 계세는 okay. It's I think I have somewhere here. I have this, but somehow all of my note has been erased this morning. So I just made some notes before I came here, or just accidentally. So, okay, so here, okay, page number 115, okay, 116, okay. Okay, so, so that is the third one, okay. Third one, okay. Third one is, it is inappropriate to become angry because it destroys virtues accumulated in the past over a long period. That is the third one. That this also derives from inappropriateness of becoming angry, okay. So inappropriate, so you need to reflect upon the inappropriateness of becoming angry in terms of these four divisions, okay. When you meditate upon forbearance, okay. It should be done with respect to two headings or two two techniques. Okay. The first one is the inappropriateness of being angry. Then the other one is the appropriateness of cultivating forbearance. Okay. And again, when you do the first one, which also should be done in terms of fourfold, okay. The fourfold is inappropriate to become angry because it is pointless and will have grave consequences. Okay, that is one. And then it is contradictory to loath, okay, future sufferings, but retaliate against harm. That we have just covered this one. Okay. Then now the third one is it is inappropriate to become angry because it destroys virtues accumulated in the past over a long period. Okay, there's the third one. And then fourth one is resulting anger on the basis of contemplating the numerous faults of intolerance. Okay. So okay. So okay. No, okay. That is third one, okay. So this third one, I mean, it is inappropriate to become angry because it destroys virtues accumulated in the past over a long period. Okay. This is also two parts. Okay. The points related to the actual context and the points that emerge as side considerations. Okay. The first one is the points related to the actual context. Okay. Is that not only is intolerance a cause, casting unwelcome provisional effects into the future, it will also cause the merits collected over a long period to diminish. Okay, so these are very important. Okay. So this is presented in the following. Okay. Okay, indeed, okay. Anger felt toward the conqueror's children destroys in an instant the virtue gathered by generosity and morality for 100 years, or in 100 years, during 100 years. Okay, not just over means beyond. For so kanji gesun yes. During 100 years would be better. Thus, there's no evil similar to intolerance. Okay. Indeed, for whatever reason, either not ascertaining the object to be bodhisattva or though ascertaining to be a bodhisattva, out of strong habituation to the afflictions. Okay. Indeed, for whatever reason, okay, either not ascertaining the object to be a bodhisattva, okay, whether you ascertain that person to be a bodhisattva or not, okay. Just, out of strong habituation to the affliction, if a bodhisattva experiences an anger felt even for an instant toward a conqueror's child, okay, who have generated the awakening mind based on exaggerated projection of real or unreal faults. This alone destroys a collection of merit gathered over 100 eons, okay, such as a virtue derived from habituation to the perfections of generosity and morality, as described before, okay. If that is so, what need is there to speak of a non-bodhisattva experiencing anger toward a bodhisattva? Therefore, just as the volume of water in the oceans cannot be measured with a scale, the extent of the fruition effects of being angry toward a bodhisattva cannot be determined. Okay. Therefore, when it comes to propelling unwelcome consequences as its effects, and when it comes to harming the virtues, there's no evil similar to intolerance, namely anger. Okay. In explanation of the commentary, the press exaggerate. Okay, this is Zaya Ananda's explanation of the auto commentary of entering the middle way. In that explanation, okay, the phrase exaggerated projection of real or unreal fault is explained as exaggerating a minor fault as a great fault. Okay. So with respect to the okay, now okay. Yeah, okay. So this is talking in terms of Bodhisattva who are on the higher level of realization, being angry at a Bodhisattva who are below one's own level. Okay. For instance, Bodhisattva who are on the middling accumulation level. Okay. For instance, Bodhisattva who is on middling level of preparation path, once he gets angry at a Bodhisattva, okay, who are on the level of small preparation path, okay, no, small accumulation path, both accumulation path, I mean, middling accumulation path. The agent here is on the middling accumulation path. Then the object of the anger would be on the small level of accumulation path of Bodhisattva. Okay. So that kind of anger. Okay. So if that kind of anger arises, that is very, very destructive. Okay. Even instantly. Okay. Instantly, just this, even shorter than 1 second, I think. That moment, at that very moment, okay, that agent Bodhisattva would be destroying, okay, the virtuous activities that he has gathered for 100 eons, okay. That virtuous activities in this case should be understood in the case of virtues derived from engaging in generosity as well as engaging in moralities, okay, and also forbearance, effort, okay, not wisdom realizing emptiness, okay. Wisdom realizing emptiness is excluded here, okay. The wisdom realizing the virtues gathered or accumulated by wisdom realizing emptiness cannot be destroyed by anger, okay. And also the virtues that is gathered by calm abiding and special insight also cannot be, also virtues accumulated by calm abiding as well as special insight cannot be destroyed, okay, destructed by anger, okay. Then other virtues, okay, that is classed in desire could be a subject, I think, okay, to be diminished or to be destroyed, okay, by the anger. Anger at Bodhisattva, not just every anger, okay. This anger is anger at Bodhisattva. It is not talking about just angering at someone else, okay. Someone else, okay. In this case, Bodhisattva, okay. So So, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. So, okay. So therefore, okay. Tsemo, that is tsemo. The peak of the preparation part, okay. So this could happen, okay, up to dre is, what is that? How do you translate dre? The first one, within the preparation part, we have 4 levels. Heat, dre is heat, okay. Heat, okay, after heat. This could happen after heat. Okay, the anger. It's, yeah, okay. Okay, now it's okay. Okay, now I will read this. With respect to the destruction of the roots of virtue, okay, with respect to the destruction of the roots of virtue, the manifestations of Manjushri Sutra says, okay, Manjushri, what is called anger? Anger is so named because it verily destroys virtues gathered over 100 eons, 400 eons gathered. Okay. Again here, okay, during 100 eons, okay. Although it is not, okay, destroys, I mean, what is called anger is so named because it verily destroyed virtues gathered for 100 eons, okay. Although it is not explicit in this sutra whether the object of the anger and the person who is angry here are both bodhisattvas, okay. Both are bodhisattvas. In Chandrakirti's commentary, okay, auto commentary, both the object and the agent are described as bodhisattvas. The compendium of sutras written by Nagarjuna, true, just before citing the above in the passage, above passage means Manjushri, what is called, okay, anger is what is called anger. Anger is so named because it verily destroys virtues gathered over 400 eons. Okay, that is the quote. Citing the above passage, or there is a passage from the manifestations of Manjushri Sutra, quotes the following from the Materias Long Jor Sutra. If a bodhisattva were to berate, utter threats, and beat all ordinary sentient beings within this billion-fold world system, okay, with a whip, a club, or with his fist, to the extent the bodhisattva would not suffer wounds or become injured by this. If, however, okay, a bodhisattva were to engender, okay, a harmful intent, enmity, or a thought of hatred toward a single fellow bodhisattva, this alone would inflict wounds to that bodhisattva and injure him. Why is this so? Because if he had, by such an act, not already forsaken omniscience, okay, such a bodhisattva would need to put on an armor, okay, for eons, equal to the moments he engendered harmful intent, okay, enmity and thoughts of hatred to another bodhisattva, okay. Okay, now unquote. Thus, Chandrakirti's account of how both the object And the agent of the anger here to be explained as Bodhisattva appears to be based upon this sutra passage, okay, this particular sutra, okay. So, because this is extremely hidden object, okay. So therefore we need to rely on a passage which is taught by Buddha himself, okay. So we need to rely on Buddha's speech. Other than Buddha's speech, it's very hard. It is hard to know that such would be the real case. Okay. Okay. If this is so, how does one understand, Master? Arya Sura, Lobin Pao, okay, and Shantideva's statements suggest the following about how anger destroys virtue gathered for 4,000 eons, gathered for 1,000 eons. Okay. Oh yeah. See here, gathered over 1,000 years through giving, venerating the Sugatas and so on, whatever good deeds there are, an instance of anger destroys all. Okay. Okay. Although some commentators on Guide to the Bodhisattva way state that a single instance of anger toward a sentient being destroys virtues gathered over for many thousand eons, this is hard to believe. Yeah. So in any case, okay, hard to believe means that it's not trustworthy. Okay. In any case, although it's just a way of saying, but actually he's saying it is not trustworthy. Okay. In any case, although these two masters do not specify, these two masters, Arya Sura and Shantideva. Arya Sura and Shantideva do not specify the object and the agent. The object of anger that destroys virtue of 100 or 1,000 eons has to be Bodhisattva. Okay, object has to be a Bodhisattva. As to the agent of such anger, the expression great Bodhisattva being infers that it is a Bodhisattva more advanced than the Bodhisattva who is the object of such anger. Okay. So here, okay, this is a little bit tricky. See here, it is a Bodhisattva more advanced than this means that Tsongkhapa is talking about the first one, okay. First one, where is the first one? Indeed, anger fell toward the conqueror's children, destroys in an instant. The virtue gathered by generosity and morality over 400 eons, thus there is no evil similar to intolerance, okay, in that sense, okay. In that case, I mean, in that context. In that context, because there's a mention of great Bodhisattva in Ordo commentary in this, around this, passages, great Bodhisattva being, okay. That infers that it is a Bodhisattva more advanced than the Bodhisattva who is the object of such anger, okay. Okay. So the agent of anger in this context is certain to be a Bodhisattva on the ordinary stage. The agent of anger in this context is certain to be a Bodhisattva on the ordinary stage. Ordinary, yeah, because once you have attained superior Bodhisattva ground, the anger, there's no any instance where you may generate even an instant of anger. So therefore, the agent of anger in this context is certain to be a bodhisattva, okay, on the ordinary stage, while the object can be either one who has attained the grounds or one who has not, okay. So the following three permutations, okay, are possible, okay. Actually, we can say 6, okay. There are 6, okay. Within the bodhisattvas, there are 3, okay. If you, okay, here first we will see the 3, okay. Are 3 possible, okay. 3 permutations are possible, okay. The one, a more advanced bodhisattva being angry at a less advanced one. That is one. A less advanced bodhisattva being angry at a more advanced one. And then third one is both the object and the agent of the anger have equal attainment. Okay. This is this is in the context of only bodhisattvas. Both the agent and object being bodhisattvas. This is the context that the object of anger and the agent of anger both are bodhisattvas. Okay. Now we can also anger non-bodhisattvas. There are angers, okay, that generated by non-bodhisattvas toward a bodhisattva, and bodhisattva being angry with a non-bodhisattva, okay, and non-bodhisattvas are angry with non-bodhisattvas, okay. So again, there are 3 possibilities. Okay. In all, we can have 6, okay. So we will discuss about all of them, okay. How they are, serious, or how they are destructive, how to abstain from them, okay. And then advantages of abstaining from anger and succumbing to, okay, engaging in anger, or generating anger. Okay. In the first case, I think, first case is a more advanced bodhisattva being angry at a less advanced one. In the first case, the virtues destroyed would be those of 100 eons. Okay, so that is we have covered already. That is taught by the 6th verse. Okay, sixth verse of root text, entering the middle way. And then the virtues destroyed would be those of 100 eons. Okay, and if a non-bodhisattva were to become angry at a bodhisattva, it appears, I think, would be better, but actually it is so. It appears the virtues destroyed would be that of 1,000 eons. For instance, we have the Junju, Bodhisattva way of life. Yeah, what is here? Gathered over 1,000 eons. Where is that? Gathered over 1,000 eons. Gathered for 1,000 eons through giving, venerating the Sukhadas and so on. Whatever good deeds there are, an instance of anger destroyed all must be understood in terms of non-bodhisattvas being angry with a bodhisattva. Okay. So if a non-bodhisattva who has not, ordinary sentient being who has not actualized bodhicitta angers at a bodhisattva, then what happens is that it would destroy the virtues accumulated in 1,000 eons. Virtues such as giving and morality in 1,000 eons. Okay. So when we say destroy virtues, okay, that could be also clarified at a later time. Okay. Later on, how when we say it destroys the virtues, okay, what does that mean? Okay. Okay. So that is a little bit big subject. Okay. So we will entangle this, unravel this. What do you call? Complexity. Yeah. Okay. Now. I'm going to read this. Okay. Now where is? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Which district would be that of 1,000 eons. As to how extensively the roots of virtue are destroyed in the second and third cases, and how to understand the superiority and inferiority of the object in the context of the second example, these should be examined on the basis of scriptures. Okay, basis of scriptures. Yeah. Okay. So this is because these are simply extremely hidden phenomena. So therefore, there's no any way you can ascertain or correctly understand. Okay, what would be the consequence as to what would be the consequences? Okay. So therefore, okay, on the basis of scripture. Okay, this is how it was. Okay, basis of scriptures. Okay. And so, with non-bodhisattvas, ordinary beings, if he angers at a bodhisattva, then what would happen is that he would destroy the virtues accumulated. Okay, virtues. Okay, virtues of generosity, virtues derived from generosity, morality, and so on. For 1,000 eons in the past. Okay, then if a higher level bodhisattva with a higher level of attainment angers at a bodhisattva whose attainment is lower than oneself, then what would happen is that you would destroy the virtues accumulated in 100 eons. Okay, so then it's a little bit comfortable for us, to guess what would happen in the context of the second and third. Okay. So, here, second and third. Second is, what is the second? A less advanced bodhisattva being angry at a more advanced, then more than 100 eons. Okay. More than 100 years. Both the object and the agent of the anger are equal in attainment, then even less. Okay. Okay. So, okay, less than 100 eons, I would say. Less than 100 eons. If the Bodhisattva, okay, for instance, there are two Bodhisattvas. One is on the level of small accumulation path, and the other one is also on the level of the same, realization. Okay, then once if one of them angers, okay, at the other one, okay, then what would happen is that the agent of the anger, okay, would destroy, okay, virtues accumulated in the past, less than 100 eons, okay, not just exactly 100 eons, but less than 100 eons, okay. Okay. So it's very rare, okay, having Bodhisattva getting angry at some Bodhisattva else. It's kind of rare, okay, or rare, but it could happen, okay, it could happen. Possibility. It's very rare, okay. Comparatively, okay, it would become rarer and rarer once you go up and once you achieve second and third and also the heat preparation. Okay, and heat preparation and peak. Then, if once you attain peak preparation, then impossible. Okay, it becomes only. Then even the forbearance, then there's no any possibility. One, but it's kind of sure. Okay. Assurance is there. Okay, guarantee is there. Okay. Okay. Then, basis of the scripture. Okay, what kind of scripture we have? We have champion number some passages. Okay, from sutra. From those sutra we can understand that how if it comes to Bodhisattva who are who are on a higher level of realization, being angry with a Bodhisattva who are less, who have less level of less, whose attainment is less than, below than oneself, okay. In that case, I think, the destruction is what is destruction? I think one destruction of virtues accumulated during 100 eons in the past. Okay, that is clearly stated in the sutra. And then the one is that the anger generated by ordinary sentient beings who have not attained bodhicitta at a bodhisattva, destroying virtues accumulated in the past for 1,000 eons. Okay, so we have these two sources, okay. Through relying on these, okay, these two, passages from scriptures, okay, and then we can, how to say, infer that what would happen to the second and third, okay. That was being said here. Now, the passages, I think, in the materials line, Roar Sutra citation, within this billion-fold world system, after not injured by this, explain how a bodhisattva who, on the basis of experience anger in his mind toward a non-bodhisattva, verbally berates him and physically hits him, is different from one who wounds a bodhisattva and injures a bodhisattva. Okay. From this, we can understand that it is not necessary in such a case to don the armor once again from the start. Okay. Okay, we will talk about this. To don the armor once again from this means, okay, the meaning of this will be covered. In contrast, regarding a bodhisattva who merely engenders anger toward another bodhisattva, even without any manifestation in body and speech, it is said that he needs to don armor for eons, equaling the number of instants such a state of mind lasted. Okay. So here, regarding a bodhisattva who merely engenders, okay, gives rise to anger toward another bodhisattva, even without any manifestation in body and speech, it is said he needs to don armor for eons, equaling the number of instants such a state of mind lasted. So this, in a way, shows that bodhisattvas are how bodhisattva was valuable. Okay. So it reminds us the value of bodhisattva. Okay. In a body and speech, is that okay. It seems that the object of it appears one in this case one. It appears that the object of such anger is a bodhisattva, means already decided by how to say Tsongkhapa. Okay, he would like to say this. It appears. That means it is so. Okay. When we take the meaning from his statement, we need to take this meaning as it is so. Okay. He would say it appears that the object of such anger is a bodhisattva who has received the prophecy, means who has attained preparation path. Okay. Received the prophecy means having attained the preparation path of bodhisattva. While the agent is a bodhisattva who has not yet received the prophecy, okay, not attained preparation path, okay. So maybe he could be either any one of those, three bodhisattvas who are on the level of accumulation path, okay. Small accumulation path, middling accumulation path, great accumulation path, okay. Either one of them, it could be either one of them, any one of them. And the object would be maybe bodhisattva who are on the first preparation path, or second preparation path, third preparation path, and maybe even fourth preparation path could be abiding in any one of those three preparation paths. And not only that, but also superior bodhisattvas. While the agent is a Buddha who has not yet received the condensed perfection of wisdom states, Dodiba. If a bodhisattva who has not yet received the prophecy feels anger and initiates dispute with one who has received it, he must don the armor for as many eons as the moments of his flood mind of amity. So this is in the case of bodhisattva who are ranked in lower attainment and who are ranked in lower attainment, being an agent, okay, and the object is the bodhisattva who are ranked advanced, ranked in advanced level of attainment. This, okay. So what is this? This is taught in terms of anger generated by lower level of bodhisattva at higher level of bodhisattva. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Just you can do, I think, to simplify it, I think, small bodhisattva angering at great bodhisattvas. Okay. The need to don the armor once again from the start means, okay, here, the following, okay. Say, for instance, okay, say a bodhisattva is able to progress soon from the great stage of the path of accumulation to the path of preparation, maybe within a year or within months, okay. Where he, in between them, okay, if he became angry at a fellow bodhisattva who has received the prophecy, okay, then equal to the number of instances he experienced such anger for that many years, he will not be able to advance to the path of preparation, okay. So that is very, very, very yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Very disheartening. Okay. He will instead need to train on the path once again. Okay. So in this respect, the guide to the Bodhisattva way says, if toward a Bodhisattva who is a great benefactor, this is okay. Okay. In this respect means. In this respect, okay, we should understand. In this respect, okay, in this respect, we should understand this, okay. Okay. Somewhere here. Okay. Okay, they're here, okay. Okay. In this respect, okay, they're here. 119 Tibetan. Dila Junjulia, okay, that means in this respect. In this respect refers to, okay. Refers to, I think, okay, refers to dawning, I think. Where is that? Refer to how to don, okay, armor. Armor once again, okay, from the start, I think. Armor once again from the start. How to don the armor once again from the start. Okay. In this respect, this refers to how to don the armor once again from the start. Okay. The guide to the Bodhisattva way says, if toward, okay, so actually the passage quoted from Bodhisattva way is talking about how it would happen if the agent and object are both equal in their attainment. Okay. The object, the Bodhisattva, and agent Bodhisattva. Okay, they are two object Bodhisattvas, Sattva, and agent Bodhisattva. Okay, if the agent Bodhisattva angers at that very object, Bodhisattva who is the object of his anger. Okay, what would happen is described. Okay. This passage, okay, if toward a Bodhisattva who is a great benefactor, one were to engender thoughts of ill will for eons equal to the instant such ill will arouse. He will reside in the hells. So the sage said, okay, so the sage said, Buddha said this, okay. If Buddha didn't say this, then Shantideva would not be able to say this, okay. Here it is stated that equal to the instance of, so this, okay, what is the source, I would say? The source is not, how to say, quoted in Bodhisattva way of life, but it is quoted in Shantideva's Compendium of Training, Lapa Kundu. Compendium of Training, would, yeah. The
Some people translate it as anthology of training.
Anthology of training, okay. Compendium, okay. Training, okay. The sutra is Rabdu Shiva Namangniva Chudugido. Okay. Okay. Rabdu Shiva, okay. That is a long one, I think. Rabdu Shiva Namangniva Chudugido. Rabdu Shiva number ngive chudulgido. Rabdu Shiva completely pacified. Number ngive. First we need to backward in English. Yeah. Sutra. I first sutra of, I think, of the miraculous chudu color, miraculous power of definite pacification. Oh, it's going backward is good in English. Yeah. Sutra of miraculous power of definitely pacification. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, we will translate this better if we have more time, okay. But this is, okay. Here it is stated that equal to the instance of angry thoughts that one has engendered toward a Bodhisattva for that corresponding number of eons, one would remain in the hells. There's also the ill consequence of destroying the roots of virtue gathered over many eons. Okay. So here. So okay. So this is in terms of, for instance, if even, okay, let's say Bodhisattva who is on the big preparation level, okay, and then if he happens to anger at a Bodhisattva who are again on the peak preparation level of Bodhisattva, okay, then what would happen is that uh, the instances of the anger, okay. How many instances of anger depending on how many instances of anger he generates, okay. He has generated. He would, how to say, he would practice 6 perfections, okay. From the beginning. From the beginning means from the beginning, the number of the eons that is corresponding to the number of the instances he has generated anger towards the bodhisattva, that equal bodhisattva, okay. So it's, makes messy, I think. Yeah, it's okay. Anger those one has engendered toward a bodhisattva. For that corresponding number of eons, one would remain in the hells. This is one thing, okay. Remain in the hells, okay. So this could be purified, okay. Remaining in the hells can be purified. But delaying is very hard to be undone, okay. So therefore we need to be very, very careful with the anger, okay. Anger is so bad. So we should not, how to say, give any opportunity to the anger to give rise, okay. That's so destructive. Okay. So in other words, tolerance is so powerful, okay. When we think anger is so bad, so destructive, then on the contrary, we can also think tolerance, forbearance also powerful, okay. Very, very powerful, okay. Powerful, very powerful. I mean, in terms of, I think, how to say, in terms of completing your path, okay, to your path, okay, along your, in terms of completing your path to its consummation, okay, it makes sense, okay. So, okay, we can stop here, okay. So it's, okay, I think.
May the spiritual teachers who lead me on the sacred path, and all spiritual friends who practice it have long life, may I pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances. Grant such inspiration, I pray. May the lives of the venerable spiritual mentors be stable, and their virtuous actions spread in the 10 directions. May the light of wholesome's teachings dispelling the darkness of the beings in the 3 worlds always increase. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kampriyatayami. Due to this merit, may we soon attain the awakened state of Guru Buddha, that we may be able to liberate all sentient beings from their sufferings. May the precious Bodhi mind, not yet born, arise and grow, May that born have no decline, but increase forevermore. In the snowy mountain pure land, you're the source of good and happiness. Powerful Tenzing Gyatso Chenrezig, may you stay until samsara